Happy Friday morning, guys. Sorry it's been so long since I did a video. I just wanted to do a quick update this week. It has been a long week. Do you ever have those weeks that's just like, could we go back and start over? Like, I wake up and it be Monday again, which sounds awful to wish for a Monday, but this week's been rough. Physically, sorry, I'm trying to do this. Physically, with my fibromyalgia, it's been rough. And I was planning on doing a June budget report for you guys, but June was rough. We didn't really overspend too much in anything, but our mortgage did go up, our homeowner's insurance went up, it was an escrow adjustment, and we found out it's going to go up again in October. And so it's just been a week where every day is just kind of fighting to get through to the next moment. And that's the reality of life. That's the reality of budgeting. Just because you make a budget, it's not like a magic slip of paper that automatically smooths out the road before you. So, you know, this week it's like we didn't draw as much out of the business as what we need to cover our bills because business has been slow. And there have been bigger bills at the business than have been at the house. And so it's been a real struggle to figure out how to make all of this work. And that's the challenge with having a budget and being self-employed, is you're the one paying yourself. So if something else comes first, you don't have that to count on. I kind of envy people that work for corporations and businesses where, you know, for the most part, you count on the same paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or monthly or however it works for you. And there's just that certainty there. And there isn't when you're self-employed. When you're self-employed, your customers and your employees come first. And that creates some, a need for some financial juggling skills at times, and which is fine, and it's not something we haven't dealt with before. It's just when it's like a hit every single day, it gets exhausting. And that's what we had this week. The dishwasher broke. The pipes under the sink started leaking. Now, luckily, the dishwasher, which we thought we were going to have to pay like $284 for, wound up being covered under warranty through our extended warranty that we got through Lowe's, so that was a blessing. And my husband can fix the issue under the sink, but it was just kind of one of those things where while we're waiting to find out about the warranty, under the sink floods. And, you know, and then we're going to be homeschooling this year, and I still have curriculum things that I need to get, and sometimes the money just isn't there when you want it to be there, and it's just a waiting and a patience, and it's a lesson to be learned. But I am exhausted. I am so tired. I just want to curl up in a ball and sleep for a week. And I can't even imagine, like, I know James probably feels the same way. You know, he would just like to curl up and sleep for a week, but at the same time, we are planning a day trip to the beach. We only live a few hours from the beach, so we're going to run up to the beach tomorrow. And I know that while he is going to enjoy the time away, and we need that day away, you know, just a day trip, no hotels or anything, that the entire time he's going to be feeling guilty that he should be at the shop. But sometimes I think we need those breaks to make us better people when we go back, you know? And I think it's going to be good for everybody to have a little bit of that, because we're not probably going to have a vacation this year. We didn't last year, and we probably aren't this year. I want to start homeschooling early so that we can take a break in the fall. It is hot through October most of the time here, at least until, I mean, we've had some freezing cold Halloweens, but usually through the 1st of October or so, it's still warm enough to go to the beach, and so that's what we're planning on doing, depending how things go budget-wise. So in order to do that, I want to start school a little earlier, which kind of puts pressure on for us to get all the curriculum in. I have the basic grades. We're using Switched on Schoolhouse, which is a computer-based program. It has 5 subjects, one of them being Bible, because it's a Christian curriculum, and the kids will just load in their CDs and do their lessons. And so I have all of those already taken care of. We've cash flowed those. So I'm really glad for that. I think it's going to be very teacher friendly, as it's self-grading, and the kids like to do anything on the computer. But there were some like extracurricular type elective things outside of what they have to have that I wanted to do with them. And I know I have to get some science equipment, I think, for the older children for their grades, and I just haven't been able to do that yet. But it's, you know, it's the reality of budgeting is not just neat Excel spreadsheets and checking off boxes in my planner that, oh, this bill is paid now, especially not when you're self-employed. The reality of budgeting is things like homeschooling and a family wedding, or different things are going to come up, and sometimes the money is just not there and you have to deal with the emotions of it. This is why when you watch Debt Free Screams on Dave Ramsey's channel, that a lot of times you'll have one or sometimes both people can barely get out their debt-free scream and they're crying, because it's just the strain and the stress and the emotional fortitude that it takes to do this is really, really hard sometimes. It's a lot easier to get into debt than it is to get out. So if you're young and watching this, educate yourself on finance. Listen to the people that are doing these financial blogs here on YouTube, and don't go into debt. Learn how money works. Learn how to budget. Learn how to save. Learn how to function on your own, separate from your parents, family, the government, to stand on your own 2 feet, because you will save yourself years of heartache and turmoil and uncertainty. Pray for us just going forward. We might have some bigger decisions to make. We have actually put up a property with a home on it for sale that we own to help out with increasing cash flow. And, you know, if it's God's will, that would be great if that would sell quickly. We also have put our small boat that we have up for sale. And, you know, if those go through just fine, it should take care of everything. We're also making an appointment with an ELP, that's a CPA, to help out with creating a more detailed budget for the shop. Because honestly, I have tried to create a budget for the shop, but here's the problem. I have the budget know-how based on the personal budgeting that we've done, and James has all the business know-how, but he doesn't want to have to do a budget. And I don't mean that in like a bad way, but I mean like he's got so many things going on that he can't spare the mental energy to worry about it. So since I don't know how the business side of things works in as much detail as I probably should, being a co-owner, it's created a bit of a mess. So what we're going to do is we're going to meet with an ELP who's a CPA, and they are going to help us create projections and a firmer budget for the shop, because they're going to understand how small businesses work better than I do. Because honestly, like I've said, I checked out of the business side of things, of the financial side of things, because I didn't feel like I knew how. I didn't feel like I was equipped. And so basically James handled everything. And so now it's kind of impossible for me to just jump in and fix it all, because I don't know how it works. I don't know how the withholding and the employee stuff, I don't know if this is still recording, my battery light just came on. I don't know how all of that stuff works. I just know that it has to be paid and what dates it has to be paid on and stuff. So we need somebody that can bring in gifts where we are weak and handle that. So I'm excited about getting that scheduled. I feel it's going to be a huge weight off of both of us, and also it's going to take that aspect of things outside of our marriage, so to speak, so that it doesn't become a place where we're butting heads. Because it happens. I mean, it happens in personal budgets. Can you imagine having two? So it does happen. So I think the CPA is really going to help. And I'm excited about it. I am. I'm very hopeful about it. So just wanted to give you guys a quick update of why it's been a little bit since I posted a video. I plan on doing more next week. I'm planning on recording some at the beach and stuff, so maybe we'll do a little quick short family video there. And I appreciate you guys hanging around and leaving comments. I'm trying to stay in touch with everybody. And I know later on this month I will be doing my very first collab video. Not one that I'm starting, but it's the first one I've been asked to participate in. So that was really exciting. And I'm looking forward to doing that closer to about 2/3 of the way through the month. So you'll see that. And I'll try to be more regular about posting videos. It's just kind of been a week from hell. And I'm sure all of you can relate. Sometimes you have weeks from hell. Sometimes you have months from hell. Let's be honest, sometimes we have a year or two from hell. It's just one of those times. So lots of prayer, lots and lots of prayer, lots of faith, trusting, self-examination, all those things that have to go into a season of life like this. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will see you in a few days. I promise not to be gone this long again for a while. And thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time at This Budget Life.